All right, you're right on time for Hope TV Newswatch on this 15th day of July 2025. A very good evening to you wherever you're watching us from, and welcome to the broadcast. My name is Kimani, and signing for us tonight is Boniface Moridi. The government has confirmed 42 deaths and nearly 1,500 arrests following the violent unrest of June 25th and July 7th. Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen has condemned the chaos as premeditated criminality, vowing to pursue its financiers and organizers. In a hard-hitting statement, CS Murkomen revealed that 600 people were injured, 83% of them being police officers, adding the violence reached a scale never witnessed before. The Cabinet Secretary has declared that the reign of terror must end no matter the cost.
The financiers and political sponsors of these men are being investigated and will soon answer for their crimes. Similarly, any police officer accused of unlawful use of force will face the law. As I speak, one police officer has already been arraigned and is facing murder charges. I will this Friday, pursuant to Article 245(4) of the Constitution, be issuing a policy directive to the Inspector General of Police on the use of force and firearm by law enforcement officers.
Now, a section of Kenya Kwanza Member of Parliament from Kiambu County have distanced themselves from remarks made by Wajir Women Rep Fatuma Abdi Jeho, who alleged that there are plans to rig the 2027 elections in favor of President William Ruto. The lawmakers say Jehu's claims are personal and do not reflect the position of the ruling coalition, reaffirming their commitment to upholding democratic processes ahead of the next polls.
Mbunge wa Wajir, hakuna rais hata mmoja anaweza kuwa rais Kenya kwa kuibiwa kura. Hiyo miaka ishapita. Tuna uhakika William Ruto atashinda kwa wingi wa kura kwa sababu ya kazi ambayo anaendelea na kufanyia wananchi.
Kwa hivyo mtu uchaguliwa kwa sababu ya kazi nzuri ambayo umefanya katika eneo lako. Hiyo 2027 itakapofika, watu wataangalia kazi ambayo inafanya. Na naambia watu kwamba wakati huu si wakati wa siasa. Wakati huu ni wakati wa kazi. Siku ya 2027 ikifika, chukua report card yangu, scorecard yangu, uende ukimark. Uulize mambo ambayo niliahidi, niliyatimiza. Hata itakapofika kwa president wetu, mchukue scorecard yake. Muangalie alipokuwa anafanya kampeni zake, ama tulipokuwa tunafanya kampeni zetu na serikali yetu ya Kenya Kwanza, mambo ambayo tuliahidi tumetimiza ama hatutatimiza.
On swiftly, and religious leaders in Bungoma County are urging President William Ruto to withdraw his recent remarks calling for the protesters to be shot in the legs as a way of restoring order in the country. The leaders, led by Ignatius Wanjala, have expressed disappointment over the president's comments and appealed to him to issue an apology to Kenyans. Bishop David Waluhu echoed the sentiments, calling on the government to listen to the youth and address their concerns. He has also condemned leaders who have already begun boasting of plans to rig the 2027 elections.
Kenya mahali tumefika, tunahitaji amani. Na ningependa kuomba ya kwamba viongozi wetu wafanye kazi katika amani na watimize amani kwa ajili ya watoto na vijana wetu ambao wamekuwa barabarani wakiitisha mambo kadhaa. Isipokuwa shida ya kwamba hawajatuonyesha kiongozi wao. Lakini wamekuwa wakiitisha mambo ya mabadiliko, lakini hawachakuwa wazi kutuonyesha kiongozi wao na wanataka namna gani. But pia naomba serikali wasikize, kwa sababu ukiona zaidi ya watu wawili wakiwa na itisha jambo, then kuna jambo, ni vyema wasikizwe. Kama gavana mmoja katika Kenya anaweza simama na aseme wataiba kura, then huyo si Mkenya. Huyo ni mgeni ambaye hajajua umuhimu ya kuwa katika nchi ya Kenya.
Kila mmoja wetu, nchi hii ina wajibu wa kulindwa na wewe. Kwa hivyo ninauliza kwamba kila mmoja wetu, Wakenya wote, tafadhali tupende taifa letu. tulinde taifa letu, tudumishe undugu. Tumetoka mbali, pale tumefika ni Mungu ametubeba. Ili taifa ni taifa ambalo tunamcha Mungu, tunamwamini Mungu, tunamuomba Mungu, tumeomba Mungu ndio ikawa na amani ambayo imeshuhudiwa katika taifa letu.
Now, the Police Reforms Working Group has raised alarm over human rights violations and loss of lives during the recent Sabasaba protest. The group is calling for accountability, urging authorities to investigate and address the excessive use of force witnessed during the demonstrations.
Kenya's hard-won democratic gains were marred by state violence, unlawful policing tactics, and systematic impunity.
Police officers are required to clearly issue warnings to the crowd, to use less lethal methods like tear gas, to use only proportional force, and to report every use of a firearm to their superior and to the Independent Policing Oversight Authority. Eyewitnesses have told us that ambulances arrived at the scenes. Some witnesses saw injured bodies being loaded into the ambulances, which were then driven off to unknown locations. Disturbingly, several ambulances were seen trailing the unmarked Subarus, raising serious concerns about the coordination and the purpose of the response.
We are also calling on the National Police Service to uphold its constitutional role in protecting life, facilitate peaceful protests, and hold officers accountable for unlawful killings and serious injuries. We're also calling on Parliament to provide oversight on the conduct of security agencies and act decisively to protect the rights of Kenyans.
Now, Public Service Cabinet Secretary Geoffrey Ruku has issued a tough directive warning that government employees who report late or fail to show up for duty will now be treated as ghost workers and risk being struck off the payroll. Speaking during an impromptu inspection in Nyeri, CS Ruku said the government will begin issuing show-cause letters to absentee officers and warned that slackness in public service will no longer be tolerated. The directive requires all departments to maintain daily attendance registers and monitor staff performance more strictly moving forward.
The people to deliver services to the people of the Republic of Kenya is not the president alone. It's not the minister alone. It is all those people who are in offices from our division level to sub-county level, to location level, to county level, to the regional level, even to those headquarter offices in Nairobi and other places. Because we are employed by the government of Kenya on behalf of the people of Kenya. When you are employed, you are qualified to do whatever you are doing in these offices, and we are not doing it, then tunaanza kusema rais hafanyi kazi. Rais atakuja hapa Nyeri kufanya kazi. Rais ataingia kupatiana IDs. Rais ataingia sijui these other county education offices which are empty.
Now, the government is expanding professional job opportunities under the Affordable Housing Program. President William Ruto says the number of consulting firms involved will rise from 39 to around 70 to meet growing demand, while the work shifts will be doubled to boost youth employment. Speaking at the launch of the Affordable Housing Internship Program, the President also announced plans to recruit 4,000 graduate professionals, offering them a pathway into Kenya's fast-growing housing and urban development sector.
We want to bring on board another 4,000 professionals into this space. Young graduates from our TVETs, from our universities, to work with you and your firms and work with us so that we can scale up the level of supervision, scale up and accelerate the work that we want to achieve in the affordable housing program, because we believe that it is possible for us to do what could be done in 2 years, we can do it in 1.5 years. And what could be done in 1.5 years, we can reduce it to 1 year.
There are people who have said, stop the housing, focus on manufacturing, focus on jobs. What they don't realize is that you can't manufacture for nothing. You must have a consumptive demand. And the consumptive demand is providing dignity to every Kenyan. And as we solve the problem of dignity, you've then anchored the manufacturing program that we need. Your Excellency, very soon, and maybe before the end of this month, we now are going to move, and people will see, we have got the total lifts or elevators demand in this country, as we sit right now, before this program, was 750 elevators a year for this country.
Now, away from that, residents and traders in Kapsokony Market, Mount Elgon constituency staged demonstrations today to pressure President William Ruto to fulfill his promise to construct the Kimilili-Kapsokony road, which they say is currently in a deplorable state. The protesters lit tires and blocked sections of the road, disrupting transport activities. They lamented that it has been 3 years since the president made the pledge, yet no progress has been made. The residents say the poor condition of the road has crippled the local economy, which heavily depends on agriculture, and accused local leaders of failing to effectively represent their needs.
Rais wakati alikuja hapa akatu address hapa Kapsokony na akatuambia in the next 2 months hii barabara itakuwa imeundwa. Hadi saa hizi barabara haijaundwa na saa hizi miaka 3.5 imeisha. So mimi nataka kuomba rais wetu, juzi kuna watu wamechomeka hapa Kibuk, familia moja watoto wanne wakachomeka hadi wakakuwa ashes, na wakati wazima moto walikuja walichukua almost 2 hours ndo kafika huko.
Well, it is exactly 13 minutes past the top of the hour. Time now for a short break, but immediately after, I'll be back with the business and sports news. Stick around.
Rafiki soul is the promise of a hand that reaches and goes beyond watangaza tumaini kote. I'm forever grateful, ninashukuru ukarimu. I'm forever grateful, ninashukuru ukarimu. Rafiki soul is a promise of a hand that reaches and goes beyond watangaza tumaini kote. I'm forever grateful, ninashukuru ukarimu. I'm forever grateful, ninashukuru ukarimu. Rafiki soul.
Friends of Hope, keeping hope alive. Hope TV is where you look and live, with an excellent selection of the best Christian programming consisting of local and international content of inspirational stories, talk shows, Bible commentary, youth, health shows, children entertainment, contemporary gospel music, extended times of worship, live broadcast, news, movies, drama, Christian ministry programs, and so much more. Hope TV is another quality service from Christ is the Answer Ministries, with over 45% of authentic and credible local content every week. Hope TV is a sister station to Hope FM, Kenya's leading Christian radio station, with footprints across the country. Tune in to Hope TV, where you look and live.
Going back to the heart of worship.
Whether up the mountain or down the valley, we were created to worship God.
Enjoy carefully selected worship music every Wednesday all day long.
Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God.
Take it a notch higher with more worship music.
Every Wednesday
is Worship Wednesday.
Only on Hope FM. Listen and live.
Good evening and welcome to the greatest show on earth.
This is a people's game. They will be bubbling about this one for weeks and months to come.
Let's go!
Wase, iko on. Kila game ina mata. Reconnect now. Dial *423#.
Thank you for tuning in to Hope TV, your go-to channel for hope, inspiration, education, and wholesome entertainment. At Hope TV, we are committed to knowing God and making Him known through powerful media content. We truly value you and are dedicated to serving you better. For feedback, inquiries, or complaints, reach out via WhatsApp or SMS on 0708 222 323. Email us at customerexperience@hopefm.org. Hope TV, look and live.
Back. Now let's get down to business. And Equity Bank has been crowned Best Regional Bank in East Africa at the 2025 African Banker Awards in Abidjan. The award recognizes Equity's role in driving financial inclusion and economic growth across the region. Group CEO Dr. James Mwangi said the honor affirms the rising influence of regional banks in shaping Africa's economic future. Farmers in West Pokot County are turning to agroecology to boost food security, improve nutrition, and protect the environment. This follows the launch of a new county policy promoting sustainable farmer-led practices that integrate ecological principles into agriculture. The move aims to reduce dependency on external inputs, increase productivity, and build resilience in local farming while safeguarding community health and livelihoods.
Letu ya wanyama yetu kama kaliandra, saspan ya saspan, pia tunapanda napier grass enye atutumii mbolea kupandia. So tunashukuru sana kwa hii project kwa sababu tunachunga wenzetu pia tuuzie vitu yenye iko na kemikali, na sisi pia tunakula vitu yenye haina kemikali, na pia inatusaidia hatuwezi tukatumia pesa nyingi kwenda hospitali na kwa sababu ya madhuri ya magonjwa.
Organic farming, na tunataka tushukuru sana county government kwa kufanya hiyo mambo ya organic ili wakulima waweze kuelimika na wajue jinsi ya kutumia vyakula. So kama mwenyekiti wa COI Cooperative, mambo ya maziwa, na pia tumeweza kuwa na mashine ya kutengeneza value addition. Number 1, tunatengeneza mala, na tuko na fresh milk ambaye ni pasteurized, na pia tunafanya mambo ya yoko.
Mazoea ya jamii yetu kwa mama na wanyama. Wanyama wetu karibu wote wako Uganda. Wachache ndio wako hapa kwa maboma, na wengine hata ng'ombe wote wako Uganda. Na ukiona yale maziwa inatokana na hiyo hao ng'ombe, haifiki watu nyumbani, familia iko mbali kidogo, so haisaidii boma kamili. So niko na omba wakulima tuagishe tumepanda nyasi.
Let's finish up with some sporting action, and Kenya is ramping up security ahead of the upcoming CHAN tournament. Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen led a top-level team to inspect upgrades at Nyayo and Kasarani stadiums, key venues for the event. He assured that strong security measures are in place to protect players, officials and fans. Sports Cabinet Secretary Salim Voria also confirmed that the country is fully prepared with all logistics and infrastructure ready. The move aligns with CAF's security requirements.
We have been able to go through just to relook at this stadium. Remember, we were here on the 30th of June when we were handing over this facility to the local organizing committee. And right now we have begun a process where now we are reconfirming the security situation in all our grounds. And that is why today we have this high-powered security delegation. We have been able to also review the changing rooms, the pitch, and many other areas of this stadium. And we are satisfied that now we are ready to host the matches here.
Finals. Number 2 is that we came here to assess the security situation, and we are very happy that first of all, we want to assure the country that we have put an elaborate security measures to ensure that our visitors arrive at the airport properly. They are going to be facilitated at the airport. As you very well know, all African countries have an exemption from ETA, so their entrance to the country does not require any kind of a visa. So we are going to have as many visitors as possible being quickly facilitated through our airport. We've also put security measures at the airport itself to ensure that the visitors are properly screened and the right people are entering our country. And also we want to say that all security measures have been put in place.
Now, Kenyan under-20 star Aldrin Kibet has joined Spanish La Liga side Celta Vigo's under-20 team. The gifted midfielder, known for his field vision, makes the move from Nastic Sports Academy, where he had played since September 2023. His transfer highlights the rising profile of Kenyan football talent internationally. Before joining Celta Vigo, Kibet was part of the Nastic Sports Academy, where he had been playing since September 2023. Well, with that, we come to the end of our news tonight. Many thanks to you for making time to watch Hope TV Newswatch. On behalf of the stellar crew that made this bulletin a success, have yourselves a blessed night. My name is Kimani, and signing for us tonight has been Boniface Moredi.